2,700 journals, and Journal of Computer Education is ranking at 20. Also, I'm from UNESCO chair. I'm a UNESCO chair. Actually, we are trying to promote the integrated system of research training, information, document, artificial education. You can see we have a capacity building, talented courses, and other things. But the key issue is cooperation with partnership. That's key I want to say. So regarding the general, it's the main topic of the summit for general AI for education. I need to go to see what's the key trend, global trends of general AI and its impact in education at first. As all you know, AI is refers to machine-based systems that can perform tasks typically require human intelligence. But the general AI is different. General AI is a category of AI that can create new content, that such as text, images, videos, and music. So with traditional AI analyze the input data to support the decision, general AI builds upon this capability to produce the entirely new content. So from the Stanford University annual report, Artificial Intelligence in Text Report 2020, we can see a new trend. Business is all in on AI as research. Continues to show strong productive impacts, and the global AI optimization is rising, but deep regional divides remain. And also AI has become more efficient, adaptive, and accessible. And the governments are stepping on AI with regulation and investment as well. Nevertheless, the most important area of general AI is still economy and the job market. So if you go through the OECD report, you can see that general AI is a rate accelerating pace of changes. General AI will be an agent for economic growth. AI plays larger and faster protective both across the occupations. So that's most important to see. AI can do a lot of things other than traditional AI. So if we go back to education, so if you are a principal of school, maybe a president of university, you can see the impossible trend in the education. With the increased demand of education quality, we can see the high quality education and the pace of the learning and the large scale training. So what's the role of AI to the impossible trend in education? So if we take a university as an example, we can see the efficient development of open source language models be employed in university. I guess maybe in APU, in university, you can see another language model here, and also to customize the pedagogy agents. So maybe students using the language model to complete your assignment, and so maybe discussing using language model, and also digital scenario driven innovation. Actually, we can see a lot of professors using AI to do research. So every research is a hard topic, and also open source language models can help the countries, including global south. Actually, you can see see a lot of new benefit for this kind of things. So if we go to the global, we can see actually we can see the global education issues. Education Agenda 26 is a key topic for us. Actually, we can see the SDG 4. We can see we need to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all. However, it is still a big challenge for us to reach SDG 4 in 2030. So if you go back to 2022, the UN in New York launched a national commission, a UN commission for education. Actually, you can see a lot of topics, including inclusive, equitable, and self-and health schools, and the learning and skills for life, work, and sustainable development, teaching and the teaching professions. Digital learning transformation is the key issue for this. So nevertheless, digital transformation AI will be key issues for us, but how to do this kind of things, we need to more partnership. So if you go to see the 17 SDGs, the last one is the 17th SDG 4. SDG strengthens the means of implementation and will revitalize the global partnership for sustainability. So even today, if we talk about the general AI for education, is also partnership is a key issue for us. That's what I want to say today. So if we go longer, we go further to see the future of education because of AI in education, actually we can see what's the key competence. Actually, I propose 5 key competencies in intelligent area. One is active learning during lifetime, creativity in use AI, adaptability of flexible employment, and resilience of uncertain circumstances, and survival in which environment as well. Actually, as you know, how to receive education today. Actually, if you go to university, see a lot of new projects using PBL. So how to do this kind of things. So we need to new competence for this kind of thing. So we can see the trend and impact to education to a school level, to global level, to long term, we see a lot of challenges. So next, what's the adaptive strategies for AI integration in education? Yeah, that's what we today we want to talk about. As you know, since 2022, we can see a lot of large language models such as ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini. They listen to school, going to schools and the universities. More and more experienced people and the teachers to experience the benefit of general AI. We can see a lot of new things. For example, teaching co-pilots, educators, research co-pilots, creative navigation, language learning, knowledge management, and assessment. So if we took the AI tutors as an example, personalized learning is a key topic for almost all students, and we want to see, and if we go to see the impossible triangle, personalized learning is all the dreaming for all the teachers and the students. So if we go assessment, automated grading, feedback generation, and the learning technology, the powerful app, we can see so many experiences and case studies in different countries, different universities. But in China, we can see another new process for education reform. Actually, even maybe you go back to UNESCO. UNESCO actually set AIED on as the flagship project to help member states to using AI to transforming education. So if we take China as an example, we can see digital transformation of education and AI education as the key national key strategies, and using AI to education is a national level, and the government should deploy the infrastructure and a lot of funding to support of this. So in China, we can see the what type of Chinese smart education. Smart education should be maybe a goal in long term. So in China, we are trying to experience the new educational paradigms we call future teachers. So AI is deeply integrated in the entire process of education and teaching, including learning, preparation, tutorial, and teacher research. And also in future, we can see the future classroom, future schools, and the future learning center. So it means the learning not just happen in school, in classroom, maybe in lab, maybe in library, maybe in outside schools is the key issues we can see. Another thing, maybe we can see some things we can see the AI anxiety. If we go to school, maybe to some people, some teachers, some parents to have AI anxiety. So if some people can feel the effect of the challenges for job displacement, still operating senses, lack of control, a lot of sense. So maybe you can using ABC framework to overcome the AI anxiety. It means affective, the feelings of emotions about AI tools and the system used daily. So some people say, I'm scared of AI, so what's the problem? We can check. That's kind of behavior. Behavior means attitude that influences how we can act, and the behavior with AI. Some people say, I will avoid AI if needed, especially some parents to native sense. Another one is cognitive. It means a belief and the knowledge about AI and the future. So I believe AI is dangerous. Is also, we can see a lot of voice from different stakeholders. So yeah, so if we need to how to overcome this kind of things, maybe use the ABC to identify the key factors and to find the solutions. So another topic is about how to support girls and women and make their voice heard in the AI revolution. So actually in this classroom we can see a lot of women here, young students here. So we need to enhance digital skills and AI literacy, train early for girls, and facilitate access to STEM education, AI careers, and opportunity. So maybe you can hear the news in China. UNESCO set up a new category 1 STEM Institute of STEM education in Shanghai. This is how to benefit make service for member states, how to promote the STEM skills for all the people, including women and ladies and girls. So how to support women's leadership is also very important and representative in research and development of AI. But in the top university, even in APU and in Open University, we can see some women have leadership in this kind of things. It's very, very hard for me to see this kind of things. So in some schools, AI abuse is also big issues as well. We needed school to implement the transparent AI policy. So the principals, teachers needed to how to balance this kind of things. Another one is to balance AI use with traditional methods. So maybe AI can do a lot of things for, maybe I have some lot of stories for students using AI to complete the assignment. And even for teachers, just using AI to make the environment. So what happened about the learning and teaching is very typical. So we need to change the balance. We need to balance usage with the traditional one. And also we need to see the prioritize of the data privacy and how to perform rigorous assessment of AI tools and technology is also key issues for us. So if if you look at the future education in long term, you can find some people thinking about the post-education agenda 2030. And also UNESCO launched a global discussion on future of education 5 years ago. So for myself, I just published a new book, Smart Education, Pathways Towards Education 2050, and proposed two kind of features. One is performative features of smart education, is a shared vision, and another one is to constructive visions for smart education in sustainable pathways. So if we see the shared vision, so what's the student-centered teaching, the learning in digital environment? So we have the idea. Student-centered is the key issue, but nowadays it's not easy for all of us. Even the teacher go to school, normally the teacher will be teacher-centered. It's not easy. So even in future, we can use more and more important. The second is that we need to think learning assessment. So traditional assessment for assignments, for examinations, it's not easy. It needs to be changed. And the third one should be ubiquitous and smart learning places. So nowadays, it's a classroom should for learning and teaching. So maybe we need to think about actually using a lot of computing in the classroom, a lot of projections. So the digital divide, the digital content will overload these key issues for all of us. So it should be careful. And also the culture of continuous improvement of education digital transformation, we can need to change. But how to change, what to keep the culture to continuous improvement, and also commitment to inclusion and equity in technology enhanced education is very, very important for all of us. So let's say, maybe from school level, from the global level, and beyond 10, how to make it adaptive for in education with sustainable development. So lastly, I want to say some things on Asia-China partnership for the future of education. Let's make here. We can see Asia Digital Master Plan 2025. This plan set up a vision. We can see Asia is a leading digital community and economic growth, powered by security and transformative digital services, technologies, and ecosystems. And also, we can see a lot of outcomes. A sustainable competitive market for supply of digital services, increasing the quality and use of e-government services, increase the capability for business and the people in digital economy, a digital inclusive society in Asian. Actually, that's the. I think maybe this is the reason we hold this conference. Stakeholders working together. That's for the master plan. So if you can see how China and cooperate with Asian countries. So we can also see the close connection between Asia and China. This is a document for the Asia-China Comprehensive Strategic Partnership 2026 to 2030. Actually, we can see a lot of new initiatives, but we can see one very close to our topic here is sharing digital education resources. So how to promote the joint construction and the sharing of quality digital education resources between Asia member states and China, advance the formulation of digital education standards and the development of smart education within this region. So that's the key for us to working together and maybe can new things to us. So here is some stories from my team how to working with Asian countries. So the first one is a seminar on education plan and governance in intelligent area. It's just held in September 8 to 12 in Bangkok. This seminar aims to enhance participants' understand educational planning in intelligent area and to foster cross-country knowledge sharing and strategic thinking for future-ready education in Asian countries. Yeah, actually we can see another participant from 17 Ministry of Education. The second one is just last week in Beijing, another seminar on education planning for governance in intelligent area. Actually it's for Malaysian people. Actually this seminar aims to offer Malaysia educators practical insights into integration education through site visits and professional exchange supporting innovation in teaching learning school practice. So for both Malaysian people and even China people, we are very happy to see that's very, very insightful and professional, impressive. So based on the two seminars, we see the new demand on planning educational transforming with AI. Actually, this is a joint project of a team, UNESCO Young AI Education with UNESCO IEP. Actually, we can see is it possible to find the readiness of transform education by AI. So if we go to one country, we need to see what the status of digital leadership transformation and the digital leadership and the transformation of education, and we can see demand on integrating AI into education. And also we need to check what's the situation of knowledge economy and intelligent society in the country. It means the industry, human resources of AI, and if so, we can define this, and maybe you can help to working together for how to plan and transform education, including, for example, how to make the digital education baseline survey and to find define the goals and how to capacity building, how to make assessment, how to make the cost-benefit analysis. Actually, it's very important that we can trying to find the new challenges through cooperation with Asian countries. Another project is, for us is we want to contribute to Asian-China cooperation is a new one. Actually, it's an international decade of science and sustainable development. Actually, UNESCO chair have a new project with shaping the future education science based on intelligent society experiment. It means how to use sensory experiment to find science, educational science, find a new theory. So we will focus on educational theory innovation and the global capacity building and the sustainable ecosystem construction. And we will publish a new book series on new education with sustainability with spring as well. So finally, I propose some new cooperation. The first one is establish an Asia-China and education practice community. Yeah, actually, as you know, JSNet, Global Smart Education Network, actually we can see Open Universities are one of partner member of them, and we can see maybe new uses. The second is conduct joint research on national readiness and majorities. Actually, maybe can you comparison China and Asian countries. The third one should be launched joint training program for areas. Actually, it's for not just for Asian countries, even for China. We need a new experience from. Actually, we should learning each other. And the next one should be research experiment schools and building regional alliance. So for AI, pilot is key issues. And we need to find the experience in school, in classroom, and working together and find the things. And we can use a new methodology to using long-term survey, a larger scale observation, and interdisciplinary research to find the evidence. And if so, this cooperation and transformation should be sustainable. So that I want to share today. Thank you for your attention.